Hey YouTube, hope everyone's having a fantastic day today. In today's video, we're going to go ahead and we're going to store some chocolate chips long term because we don't want to just survive, we want to thrive, and we want to have food on hand if it's too expensive, and if you have it, you can use it. Okay, so in today's video, we're going to take some chocolate chips and we're going to put them in mason jars, and we're going to store these long-term-ish. You should get 15 years shelf life out of this by the way we're going to store it. If you look at the package, and this is almost every food item you get, right here it says, let's see if that thing focuses in right here. I don't know if it will or not, but it says best if used by. It's not an expiration date, it's best if used by. And this is 18 November 2023. So, you know, this is another year and a half away, almost or about a year and a half before the best if used by date. So if you take the oxygen away and you store it in a cool, dry place, like all your other things that you have in your preparations, you should be good to go. And again, if you're going to store anything in a cool, dry place, make sure it's your chocolate, because it will melt, whether there's oxygen in it or not, if it gets warm enough. You know, we do this with chocolate bars that we get at Aldi's, because they pretty much have the best price on chocolate right now. And our son likes to eat chocolate. So we have, you know, we get the chocolate bars. They're like the Hershey bars, but they, you know, little squares. We break them up. We vacuum seal them and put them in this. So now we decided we're going to go ahead and do some chocolate chips. So if we want to make some cookies for him or some muffins or his friends, we can do that. Again, we just foresee things getting relatively expensive here in the future, more than they already are. So make sure you stick around to the end of the video so you can see the whole thing, and let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so for this video, we're going to be using mason jars. We're obviously going to be using our chocolate chips. I have the funnel that fits right in the mason jars. It's pretty simple if you use it this way. To get my scissors, you just cut them, and we're going to pour them in. And we're going to get these things stored up, and we'll be good to go. So with little movie magic, we'll be all done here in just a second. Okay, so we have our 4 bags of chocolate chips in our mason jars. We're going to go ahead and get these vacuum sealed, and you should be good to go for, you know, probably 15 years, and they should still be edible. Just so you know, I should have brought one up, some of the chocolate bars we have from our pantry. They're not going to stay as dark as they are now. They're going to get that little bit of a white color to them, and that's perfectly fine. They don't lose any flavor. They'll start, you can take a candy bar and leave it in your cupboard probably for a few months and open it up, and it'll have a little discoloration to it. So let's go ahead and get started and see what happens. Okay, so you can kind of hear the machine starting to wind up, and that means it's done right now. So I'm going to go ahead and take my attachment off, set it to the side. I'm going to take this off, my lid, and you can see I don't have the rim on here yet, and it's holding it vacuum tight. So I do put the lid on just for added security, because before I have done this, and I had 2 of the seals not hold, and it was on, forgot what, I think it was some pretzels that we did, and they weren't in there long at all. So same thing with the small mouth. Put your lid on, your attachment, get your vacuum sealer, put it in, and boom. So I hope this video was helpful, and it'll give you some ideas on things that you can store long term. You know, again, it's about thriving, not just surviving. I'm going to do another video where I do some pretzels, but I'm going to use my brake bleeder for folks that can't afford one of these vacuum sealers. You can do everything by hand with a mason jar, and I've said in other videos, if you can't use a mason jar, you can go ahead and, like the salsa we buy, the smallmouth or the standard lids for the mason jars fits on it, and it works out just perfect. So you do not have to spend a ton of money. If you can't afford a vacuum sealer, it's just super handy and a lot easier. So again, I hope this video was helpful. Please hit the like and share button and leave a comment if you have any questions, and I will do everything in my power to get back to you.